So my first impressions of Istanbul are that it is way different than I was expecting. It is so peaceful, it's clean, even when there are these kinds of crowds. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of our Turkey series. We are heading to Turkey now for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be starting basically in Cappadocia, working our way east to see sites like Mount Nemrut and Göbekli Tepe, and some of the museums and such in that area. And then we're going to be going back west, seeing all like the standard sites everybody sees in the west, like Ephesus, and finishing off in Istanbul for, I think, like 4 or 5 nights in Istanbul. And you can hear my cat down there meowing away. Boo boo. I'm gonna miss you, boo. I'm gonna miss you. I love you, Bella. So I guess I'll see you guys either when I get to the airport or when I get to Turkey. Say bye, boo. We have arrived in Istanbul, and it was a very eventful trip. Both of our layovers were under an hour. Our second one, we actually made it to the gate during last call, which is the closest we have ever cut it. And then when we were boarding, we were rereading our tour plans so we knew what to do when we arrived in Istanbul. And we noticed that they say a 6 a.m. pickup. We're scheduled to get in at 1 p.m. My mom decided to tell them in an email when we first booked it that we were going to be arriving at 6 a.m. I've emailed them and I have texted them before we took off, and I have not gotten a response. So as soon as my mom and my sister get their bags, fingers crossed they show up. We're going to go to where we're supposed to meet them and hope they're there. If they aren't, we'll figure it out, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Hello again from my room in Istanbul. Got a tiny little room here, as you can see here behind me. That's pretty much the extent of it. And let's go check out the view, if I got a view. I don't. It's just that. So, based on first preliminary looking, I would say this place isn't worth it. Sorry, this place. But we got this as part of a tour. This is definitely not a hotel we would normally stay in. It is, I think, between $200 and $300 a night for just a normal room like this, which is just way too much. But as far as I can tell, its placement is fantastic, and I'm pretty sure we're kind of like smack dab in between the Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia and like the walking, like the main markets and stuff. So good location, a lot of money. We're pretty freaking beat. I don't know what all we're gonna do today besides go out and get some food. But I'll catch up with you guys there, I think. Hey, kitty. You's big. Like build.
His head's big.
Yeah. His paws too. I mean, got a little bite on his head. I assume bug. I mean, obviously it only just scratched the surface so far here, but a lot nicer than I had come into Istanbul expecting.
Really?
Yeah. Drastically nicer. I was just, I had in my mind things like Egypt and stuff like that. Like I thought it would be more along those lines. The mixed kebab. So I figured my first beverage here, I would get the yogurt drink that they're famous for. So we'll see how it is in comparison with lassi in India. Lassi is so much better. Like this is more of like a sour yogurt. Like it's fine, but yeah, it doesn't have like the goodness.
It's just plain the liquid for it.
Okay, so it was just water for after.
Did you drink it before or after?
Probably after. I don't know. My first try of some Turkish coffee.
My first Turkish. Here, give it to me.
It is so ludicrously hot.
Oh, okay. It was too in Egypt when I got it in Egypt.
No, like I burnt my finger because I touched the cup too much.
That's my caffeine.
It is good. That is honestly really good.
I know.
Tell me you guys love me.
Love you. Even though you don't want your own coffee. I'm shocked at how good that coffee is. That's better than Italian espresso.
That's like ground coffee. Well, there's probably half ground.
Yeah, it does. That's why you sip it. We just had our first meal here in Istanbul, and right after the meal, I patted my pockets, and I was like, I don't have my wallet. So now I'm kind of rushing to our hotel with my fingers crossed that I left my wallet there, because I have my passport wallet, but that doesn't have any of my like cards in it. So fingers crossed it didn't get robbed already. I have succeeded. My wallet was on my dresser in the hotel room, so all is good. So my first impressions of Istanbul are that it is way different than I was expecting. It is so peaceful, it's clean, even when there are these kinds of crowds. You guys want to go this way? Hello for the last time tonight. Just got out of a much needed shower after our 20-ish hours of traveling through four airports, and every single one of our layovers was less than an hour, with one of them being like right when we got to the gate we were boarding. This was probably one of the most tiring travel days we've had, and it just beat us all. Normally we explore for as long as we can the first day we arrive, but today we called it a very short day. We walked down the street, got okay dinner, and wandered around the block, and just came back for the night. We have an extremely early morning tomorrow. We are leaving at 5:45 from here to go back to the airport to fly to Cappadocia. And we're going to be in Cappadocia for basically 3-ish days. Tomorrow when we get in, I know we're seeing some sights, and then we're doing an ATV tour. I think the second day we're there is all Cappadocia, and then the third night we're staying there, we're actually going to be driving all the way down to Catalhuyuk and going back to Cappadocia to spend the night. But that'll be in the next video. So I'm going to leave you here tonight. I'm going to crash so hard, and I'll see you in the morning.
You got a little bite on your
Oh,
head.
the thing's on it.
Oh yeah, I usually realize that after a couple seconds.